Welcome back to another wonderful, magnificent episode of DadDimes. This is DadDimes episode 9. I'm, of course, DJ. That's Justin, and today we got a pretty important guest to me. He's been my friend since 6th grade. Mr. Derrick Trujillo himself. How you doing, Derrick?
Love you, D.
Love you too, baby.
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. How's it going, Justin?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing
6th
good.
grade. How many years would that be?
20 or so.
Is that more than back in like high school? That's beyond
That's
high
elementary school.
So we're going elementary.
We went to Stevens Elementary School together. I remember the day I met him. It was me and my other buddy, Chris. And he comes in wearing some Ben Davis khakis, like Dickies. That was his style back then with his cholo belt hanging down. And me and Chris was going to jump him.
Yeah, that was kind of that was messed up. I remember that, and I didn't find that out until like I think years later. DJ told me.
But we instantly fell in love with him because he's just a loving, charming kind of guy, I guess.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of Ben.
It's kind of hard to switch schools, you know, and then you're the only one in there wearing these baggy ass jeans, and everybody's in these tight Levi's, fucking 501s or whatever they were.
Yeah,
That
I had
DJ
my
was
sweater
in.
vest on.
DJ had his sweater vest on and the
that makes
jeans he had from last year, so they were kind of high water, showing his socks.
Well, we were poor, so I couldn't get a new pair, but... I mean,
But look at you now.
I know.
Same jeans.
Same jeans. They're shorts now, though.
Yes,
Jorts.
Jorts.
Hey, it's coming back. That's
I
full
wish.
circle.
I wish. Derrick,
Shout out to Jinkos out there. That's what I was rocking then.
Yeah, that's true.
Go.
Derrick, you are an exquisite photographer. Your photographs you take are magnificent. You've done many photo shoots. You've also done many, weddings and all that kind of stuff as well. Where can people find you at?
You know, my Instagram is DBrando. So D is in David, B is in Baker, RANDO, DBrando. Facebook, Derrick Trujillo Productions. Website's in the works right now and things like that. And that's about it.
I know a guy that makes a really subpar website. If you go to DadDimes.com, you're going to see exactly what we're looking for.
I think it's great.
I think it's great as well.
And just to let everybody know out there, Derrick's doing my calendar shoot. It's going to be slightly erotic, but it's going to be 12 days of DJ.
12 months.
Oh, yeah, 12 months. My bad.
Short calendar.
Short calendar.
Oh,
12 months.
12 days. That was the video we made.
Yeah, that was the video I made. Happy Valentine's Day, babe. Anyway, one of the scenes he has me on is I'm butt naked on a bearskin rug.
Oh.
And then he's just going to take some nice photos of me. So that'll be out there probably on DadDimes.com.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to purchase it.
Yeah, I mean, we have to support the channel.
Yep.
Which brings us to a point. We reached profitability, or the ability to get profits through Spotify now. We've hit the limit because we're global. We'll get to that in a second. So, if there's anyone out there that wants to donate, the monthly subscriptions, we're always here for you.
Yep.
Helps support our addictions, habits, and the show. So
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
We're moving on.
You might be joining Cameo. We could wish somebody you love happy birthday from the DadDimes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'll sing Marilyn
Jonathan.
Monroe. I'll sing the Marilyn Monroe happy birthday.
Okay.
Sing the Wayne's World version.
I remember it.
Really?
Damn.
You're the guy that remembers
With the
all of it.
mannequin, and he makes his belly jiggle. I've always wanted to learn that. I practiced a few times, but it never
You
came
got to
out
get
right.
a belly.
Well, I mean, you
You
gotta
do that a
get
lot.
there. Let's start. What are we reviewing?
Well, today we got a good old Garrison Brothers Texas bourbon. Made out of Texas. This bourbon's been aged for 3 years in some oak. It's 47% alcohol by volume or 94 proof. It says it should have some butter, whipped cream, slight angel food cake flavors. So I'm interested to see if that's the case.
I've yet to have angel cake flavored whiskey, especially bourbon.
Yeah.
And it's weird because how many years?
3.
Oof.
Is it a bourbon?
We're gonna find out. They say it is. They
Well,
say
I mean, they're not saying it's Kentucky bourbon. This is a fucking Texas bourbon.
Texas bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah, right
Our
up the
neighbors
Lone
to the
Star.
south like to say Tejas.
Potentially, we might get into that here in a little bit. Potentially the country of Texas.
The country of Texas,
Things are getting a little weird down there. But we have the Garrison Brothers single
Small batch.
Small batch.
It's
there
a
it is.
smaller one.
They do have single batches. This is a small batch. Texas straight bourbon whiskey. So, if you wouldn't mind,
Pop that cork.
we have
Pop
to
that cork.
pop that cork.
And this is an episode where our first guest of DadDimes actually is not currently drinking at the time.
Yeah.
So we got him a Zoa energy drink just to perk up his mood slightly from Mr. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson himself. So
You know what? Thanks, Dwayne. That kind of worked.
kind of.
I got it.
We'll do my pour,
We'll do your pour.
and then I'm a gentleman, but I'll let you pour yourself.
That's because you have to do it right.
Derek, if you want to go ahead and pop your Zoa, and we'll pour that too. We'll review the
I'll review the Zoa.
white peach Zoa.
Here we go, right here. Check this out.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, let's get that.
I'm gonna get the pour in here too.
Huh? Ooh, fizzy. I like it.
Some fizzy bubbler.
Blah.
Nice. I could already smell the peach.
I can see
yeah.
I can see the legs. It looks
It's a white
delicious.
peach.
Why does everything gotta be white, Derek?
That is true.
I will tell you, for only 3 years, this has a very dark caramel color. Love it. So, what else do you expect coming out of Texas, though?
I would expect it to taste a little bit like barbecue
In America,
in America. I wouldn't be surprised if it's got a smoky flavor, but I've never had it, so.
yeah. So, you're doing the same.
I looked at the Zoa is made in the future. 2/25/24.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I think that's the expiration date.
Ah,
Close.
could be. So, we dubbed a new term, getting acquainted with your drink, for the purposes. It's getting acquainted with your whiskey. But we're gonna go to the expressions over here. We're gonna see the smells and the aromas of the Zoa as well while you're here. We're not gonna take you out of this by not being able to enjoy it. So,
well, let me smell one of your glasses, guys.
let's start here.
Let me do it before you take a drink, though.
Getting acquainted.
Put that big ass schnoz in there, D. So you
Yeah.
want to smell it with
Snuffleupagus.
you want to smell it with your mouth open.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It engages the taste buds.
Engages.
All right. All right.
What's the Zoa smell like?
Let me check it out.
Carbonation and peach.
Smell rocky.
Smells like the sweat of Dwayne Johnson. They actually get his towels, wring them out, and that's where the energy comes from.
Every day. He has enough sweat to be able to probably do the entire thing. That and his tequila brand.
Oh yeah.
You know, I can't really put a description to it.
Smells
other
like
than
white
a
peach.
zero sugar energy drink. A
good for
white
you.
peach.
The white peach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good for you.
It's good for
Nice.
So we're going to the Texas here. Garrison Brothers. How do you get acquainted?
you. Well, what you do is you bring it to your nose. Say hello. How are you? Hello again.
Creating a relationship.
You think about all this shit you went through throughout the day.
That's
That this
Kind
is
of want
just
to
going
make
to
love
wash
to
away.
the bourbon, Unless you've had a bad day, then you just want to.
slam it.
Yeah, you want to really be aggressive. Which is, I heard, is the in thing to do sometimes with your lady partner.
Is drinking your whiskey that way.
I would say be aggressive. Yeah,
What are your notes?
I haven't tasted it yet.
You're still getting acquainted. Mm-hmm. That reminds me of the last guest we had on here. Took a lot of acquaintance. Took a while to get into it. So, first taste, what do you think?
Honestly, it's the carbonation isn't too strong,
Bubbles.
isn't too light. Yeah, because I'm a big fan of carbonation. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been a fan of soda, anything that was carbonated. And in fact, I get these drinks from Costco. I forget the names of them. But
Yeah, we're not going to give free branding to Kirkland anymore because they're yet to sponsor us. So we're going to say that place, that's a big warehouse that we spend a lot of
oh
money.
man!
You could say it rhymes with Boston.
But actually, I just forgot the name. But yeah, their
Oh, Blue
carbonation
Monkeys?
is awesome. No, it's a carbonated water. But
Pierre.
the flavor on this
Wonderful.
is but it doesn't really taste like anything. Go ahead, have a taste.
I've tasted it. I have cases.
What did you think?
I keep buying them.
I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but let me see.
Hello.
If I didn't have the flavor right in front of me,
You wouldn't know what it is.
I would just think it was a water, kind of. Maybe I wouldn't be able to figure out the flavor.
I'm gonna throw this out there. You're ruining our sponsorship opportunities with Zova. Like we were gonna.
I said it was good though. It's good.
Like, oh, so our stuff doesn't taste like anything.
Step your game up, Zoe. That shit needs to have more flavor.
It's good.
We increase the flavor. Garrison, what are you thinking?
I like it.
Yeah.
Trying to get the notes. I'm not really picking anything up. Specifically.
Spaghetti. No, there's the vanillas. I mean, they're there. It says nutmeg. I can taste that.
I don't know what nutmeg tastes like, so.
Chewy.
Maybe that's what I'm tasting.
Good.
Nutmeg.
It's there.
I didn't get butter or whipped cream or angel food cake.
I'm excited for the finish because the finish, they said, is supposed to be like a chocolate and like espresso, some coffee taste. So we're getting deep quick.
Well, I just finished it.
And where are we at? I guess I might have to go back for more.
I might have to go back for more. I don't know.
So
it's good. I like it. I just can't pinpoint the flavors of it.
Someone once called you the I'm gonna have to look it up here.
That was me.
A local icon of photography. So can you speak to that? I mean, that is what you have been branded, a local icon. And how did you achieve that title? And then I'll tell you exactly, because I looked it up today. I'll tell you exactly what blog labeled you that.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's awesome to hear, actually. But honestly, it's my real passion is film. I wanted to direct a film. Okay. So when I was in probably middle school, well, let me take it back to my childhood. Whenever I would listen to a song that I really liked, I would get these sequences in my brain or in my mind, and I would see stories, and I assumed that everybody was like that. And I would talk to my friends and say, hey, when you hear a song, do you think about things or do you see things? And they're like, no, I don't, and then at that point I started to realize that, that
that's how we knew he was autistic.
Yeah.
I see the music.
I wouldn't say it's a gift, but that something was there. Yeah. So from there, I started writing a little script out for a film I wanted to direct. And then when I would go out with friends, I was always that one with the disposable camera. And I always had a natural eye for angles, composition, and things like that.
Not only that, we would also be doing...
I'm going to have to pause you real quick. For all our viewers out there, a disposable camera is a little box that actually had film in it that you had to send off to get it not
developed.
Take
developed.
It to Walgreens or somewhere.
So you might not have ever seen that before. All right, moving on.
They're still at some stores if you walk around. They're on the end caps and things like that. Yeah. They're fun to use.
Well, I was going to say, so as far back as I've known Derrick, he's always been the guy, we'll be playing basketball or whatever, he'd be like, I was watching this one thing, and I was thinking, maybe we should do this, and he'd come out with the big scene, and he's like, wouldn't it be funny if you did this? And and even now, we'll be playing games, or we'll be just talking. Oh, I thought of this funny shit, and he'll come up with the whole scene of something, which is super hilarious, but he's always had that insight to...
That creation.
The creation.
Imagineering.
Rain Man.
So you're in school, you're doing this, and now you're an adult who is the local icon of photography.
Yeah, I had no idea I was labeled as that, but just to make a long story short, I always had a camera with me, so then I ended up buying a digital camera, a little Sony, having that, and then I would edit on my computer. One of my friends, David Baca, shout out to you. He told me one day, he's like, you need a DSLR. So then I walked into Sony, bought me this little compact camera with I think it was a 50 millimeter lens with a very low aperture. That's what can create the blurry background in a photo. you know, so then I started shooting portraits and doing senior photos. And then from there, you know, I decided to graduate and buy a more expensive camera. Then I started shooting weddings. And then most of my shoots are always word of mouth. They're done by recommendations because I have a full-time job and then I shoot as a hobby and a side profession. But I never took the time to really dedicate it 100% as my full-time profession. So I never took the time to build a website. I never took the time to actually market myself because it took away from my days off. Yeah. You know, I have a mom and, you know, family, dog and everything you have to tend to. But yeah, I mean.
But you're sharpening your craft.
Yeah. And, you know, there's a chance. It's so weird because I'll hear it from people who are great at the craft as well. And they'll say, I think you could do this full time and I think you can make an X amount of money. Not to say the money's all that there is to it, but, you know, not going to lie.
But you got to pay the bills.
You got to pay the bills, but it's, if you have the passion for what you're doing, I mean, that's the most important thing.
So
basically
now I shoot everything from product, events. I do videos.
He just did a photo shoot for a funeral the other day, actually. Kind of weird, but they requested him.
Well, I mean, here on
I'm trying to generate more revenue. We're
constantly doing a lot of socials these days.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're not using like DSLRs we're not using the box cams either because we don't have that kind of time to just wait. But you know, I'm gonna throw this out there. At some point, we're talking like you know, the DadDimes media outlet. So we'll talk further.
Calendars.
All right.
Calendars.
All right. Yeah. And I'm just gonna say this. DJ and I never really talked about that calendar he's talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about.
This is the first you've heard of it?
There was never any naked bear pictures or something like that.
I got emails from you on the subject, so I could send those. I could post them. I could if you want. It's up to you, D.
I'm just kidding.
Going back to the bottle. Mm-hmm. And you're round two, slightly. You're probably third finger.
Yeah.
Ish, give or take. 2 fingers, 3 fingers, measurement.
I mean, I think obviously you could taste the oakiness to it. Mm-hmm. It's not nearly as smoky as I thought it would, being from Texas, but I'm a fat guy thinking of some smoked brisket right now. So, I honestly, it tastes good. I just can't pinpoint the flavors. So, what do you think? You haven't given us your opinion. You're the connoisseur. I'm the fat alcoholic.
I will tell you. I enjoy it. Mm-hmm. I think that it is a very good sipping bourbon. Mm-hmm. I think just for it to be a product out of the greatest state in the union, it increases its rank in my world.
Likability.
I love Texas. You know, will I have it on hand? Yep, we have it. Should you go out and buy one?
Probably.
You know, yeah, we'll get to that by the end. The flavors change. If you didn't, we can go in the process here. I mean, they talk about how it sweats, the barrel sweats, and then it contracts for the most part in Texas. It's 100 degrees plus 9 months out of the year, so you're not getting as much breathability through the barrels.
It's hot.
So, it's hot, right? And that's part of the process here.
The whiskey's not hot. Texas is.
Texas is hot. I like the flavor profile. I don't think it has as much depth as some of the others, but I do enjoy it.
That could be that 3 years too, compared to 4 or more. Yeah. I enjoy it for sure. Absolutely.
So the more time that the alcohol's in the barrel itself, the more time it has to be exposed to the charred internals of a white American oak. That's where you start pulling out the caramel. That's where you start pulling out a lot of the other flavors from the foundational palate. If you pull it out early, 2-3 years, it doesn't have as much time and as much flavor as like a 17-year-old bottle, which I have high expectations for. But it's dark, so something's probably going on. Could be smaller casks. They might have some other things inside it. Yeah. Or it's just Texas and everything is better in Texas, so maybe it ages faster in Texas. We'll have to get there.
Maybe the higher temperature ages it quicker. Because it's got a beautiful color.
It looks good. Yeah.
You guys need to start reviewing some local moonshines in here.
We talked about it.
Anybody would just bruise up. I don't know. Is that legal?
No, it's federal offense.
Oh, never mind.
It's illegal.
Never mind. Don't do that.
Yeah, DadDimes Reserve
I
will
don't
go
know.
over.
Sometimes you go through the liquor store and stuff. It'll say moonshine on the bottle.
Those ones are legal.
Yeah, those are
Regulated
actual
and taxable.
distilleries that went through the regulatory
Just create you an
process.
LLC.
Just a little bit more than that. I mean, you have to get some regulatory approvals, or the ATF might send you letters.
In
Hypothetically,
reality, it's as long as you pay those taxes,
you got to pay the taxes.
you're good. Speaking of taxes, I do want to go ahead and take a moment to thank all of our sponsors out there. So if we could take a moment to take our sponsors. If you would like to sponsor DadDimes, please get in contact with us.
But I will tell you though, I mean, since we are hitting that point, I will advise that our buddies,
I apologize, guys. I have to use the restroom. Is that all right?
our friends over at Cherrywood Liquor, 136 Colorado Boulevard. They're always helping us out. They're always hooking us up. This is where we have this bottle, and I will tell you time and time again, we're finding more reserved bottles, and the things that we have. The things that we have over here at
Yep, that's right.
at the old DadDimes. It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely. The guys at Cherrywood always take care of us, so shout out to those guys.
Yeah, shout out to those guys.
Got us some stuff coming in for the future that we got from the old guys at Cherrywood.
Yeah.
So if you're in the area, stop by, tell them DadDimes sent you, and they'll give you a hug.
And they'll give you a hug, yeah.
I'm assuming.
So,
I think we could go rocks now and see how that flavor changes in good old Garrison Brothers Texas
all right.
bourbon.
Yeah, let's add the rocks.
On the rocks.
Oh, hang on a second. I gotta make sure this is going.
I like your phone case.
I appreciate that. I had the Bronco Orange on here for quite some time, and then I had a hospital event last year, and one of the buttons fell off, and the nurse threw it away. And I
Really?
was like, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. And then my wife was like, yeah, I saw it on the ground. I'm like, I mean, so you saw it?
You got charged $400 for her throwing it away, too.
It's all right though. Now I got like a little bit of Seattle, Denver thing going on. It's okay. Where Russell was, where Russell is, and I don't know where Russell's going to be.
Man.
Not here. Actually, speaking of the Super Bowl,
Oh,
got the Chiefs versus the 49ers. Derek, what's your predictions?
That is crazy.
yeah. Here on DadDimes first, if you're going to say the Chiefs
Oh,
or the Niners, and then
got?
what's the final score?
this is getting tricky because the Chiefs look like a different team now. Their offense is jiving. They're protecting Mahomes. His receivers are catching passes. Pacheco's doing good.
Travis Kelce's unstoppable.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck this guy is always open. I really don't. It's one of the weirdest things. A while ago, he was he was like pretty much the only person on the team that can catch a damn ball, but he's always open.
Yeah.
And then on the other side,
no one wants to break Taylor's boyfriend. So they're like, all right, I guess you're just gonna go.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Once upon a time.
there is a lot. I don't know, man. Depending on how the refs call plays and so, you do kind of ponder sometimes if there is some type of
Foul play.
planning going on and
Who you
things like
got?
that. Ooh, I'm gonna have to say 50-50 only from what I've been seeing.
You can't go 50-50.
Okay, if I had to choose,
it's not going to end in a tie.
and it's at Vegas.
Vegas, yeah. Which means it's definitely not ending a tie. It's already been determined, and the money's coming in.
You know, this is gonna be crazy to say, but I think Chiefs are gonna pull it off.
$8,000 for the cheapest ticket
Yeah.
to go to the Super Bowl.
What do you think the final score is?
I don't know
Because
about
I'm betting the house on it
real?
for your prediction.
because the way Purdy's been playing, I'm not too impressed. He has a lot of weapons, but it seems like he's going to be throwing some interceptions.
He came out that second half against the Lions, and I was rooting for the Lions because I absolutely hate the Chiefs and the Niners. However, as a Bronco fan, you won't find me rooting for the Chiefs ever. So I hope the Chiefs get fucking stomped and beat to death. I hope Patrick Mahomes stubs his big toe. I hope Travis Kelce fucking gets rug burn. Because I don't want to wish real bad stuff on people, you know?
Yeah.
But those things, they could get that.
They'd be all right with?
Absolutely. So
Maybe like a twisted hip or something.
I'm going to predict Niners over the Chiefs.
I'm going to say Niners.
My boy, C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey. He's going to score 2 touchdowns. He's going to have over 100 yards rushing and another 75 through the air. And that's going to give my boy C-Mac, Kyle Shanahan, their first Super Bowl together, and they'll be the second team in history to have a father-son. So Ed McCaffrey, Mike Shanahan won a Super Bowl with the Niners back when, and then Christian McCaffrey and Kyle Shanahan will win this year, and they'll be the second time ever.
That is pretty dope.
Okay.
Yep. Colorado guys, I may add, both born and raised here in Colorado.
I feel you there.
I want to say you're wrong, but you're wrong for the wrong reasons. No. Let me break this down for you. As avid listeners of DadDimes, I want Taylor, Travis, and
Can't do it.
and Mahomes to know that we support you and we're excited to go to Disneyland with you after you win.
I don't know them as people,
Avid listeners.
so I'm going to say go Niners. Bang, bang, Niner
bang,
gang
bang.
is what I'm going to say.
This is where we started going into nickels instead of dimes.
They could take, if they want to take you, they could take you, but I will not be partaking unless Jason Kelsey calls me and says, hey, we really want you to come.
Yeah.
He's an Eagle.
He's going to send
I
you to
don't like
land while we
Eagles.
go to World.
I do have to say though, the last 2 games that was crazy. I mean, I had the Lions winning and I had Baltimore winning, and I feel like Baltimore could have won that game.
Yeah, as a
Baltimore shit the bed.
I know. I don't know what the fuck Lamar Jackson.
The game's too big for Lamar, and it wasn't Lamar's fault. It was the play calling. You got away from running the ball. You've been successful running the ball all year long, and then you decide, hey, let's just throw it on Lamar's shoulders and have him throw it to victory.
He wasn't scrambling as much as he usually does. It's like, what the fuck? This is what you're known for.
Yep.
You know what
you
I
would
mean?
think so.
Yeah.
Really disappointed me, Lamar.
To cool things down, because this is a little heated
Yeah.
on the rocks.
You guys are rooting for the fucking Chiefs.
I'm not rooting for him. I mean,
that's what you just said, Derek.
At first,
I think that's what you just said.
it's only because of what they've been doing so far, and from what I saw Purdy doing.
How many Super Bowl rings does Taylor Swift have? She's going to have one in 2 weeks.
How much money does she have?
Enough to buy her own
Thank
Super
you.
Bowl ring.
Yeah.
And Super Bowl.
And she doesn't get one from the team.
What do you think? Cools it down a little bit, opens up the flavors. Better? Worse?
I think it's the same.
Same.
I think it's good.
Wow. It changes the flavor quite a bit. It dulls a lot of the harshness of the oak. It actually brings down the oak flavor. I get a little bit of angel taste.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm toward
It's
the
there. All right. So where are you?
I'm toward the bottom of my Zoa can, and the flavor kind of got a little bit bolder.
Yeah.
Maybe we didn't
Yeah.
shake it. Is there a thing on the can that says shake before you open?
Man, I went into Whole Foods once and I was shaking a bottle of kombucha, and I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that. I was shaking that. And here's the funny part. I have no idea why I was shaking it either. I just picked up a bottle of kombucha and I started shaking. I think it's because of the enzymes in there. They were floating around. And I was just checking them out.
To see if it'll, do
It was my highlight of the day, I guess. And an employee was like, yo, man, you can't be doing that.
don't
You
do
shouldn't be
that.
doing that.
What happens when you shake it too much? It explodes?
I mean, it can.
I mean, you got
I used to drink kombucha while I was at work, and then I realized that there's fermentation process affiliated with it. So technically, there's a small amount of alcohol. And I was like, I probably shouldn't be doing that on the job in the middle of the night while trying to.
As a cop.
Yeah, I mean, frowned upon. Yeah, it was kombucha though. That's all it was.
The whole process of it it doesn't freak me out, but it kind of weirds me out in a way.
Yeah.
When you think
Living
you talk
organisms in
about
your
people
drink.
like, oh yeah, you have a mother and you break pieces off of her and you put them over here and then they grow and then this
vinegar.
grows and then that grows.
It's all part of the mother.
The mother.
Yeah, that's not how whiskey is.
Part of the mother.
It's part of the father.
Mm-hmm.
So did you know whiskey's in the barrel? As it gets super hot, you get evaporation. All that evaporation that comes out of your barrel is called the angel share.
I didn't know that.
Did you know that everything that gets absorbed into the barrel itself
The devil's cut?
is called the devil's cut?
You know how I know that?
Because of Jim Beam.
That's correct.
Yeah. Do you know how they get it out?
They twist it.
Yeah. Well, they do a centrifuge. Spin it really fast.
Oh.
What do you
I was
mean?
going to say two big words.
Because of Jim Beam. Was it a
They had
documentary?
a
or
commercial.
something?
No, they had a commercial that said, because Jim Beam has devil's cut.
Yeah.
And then
They steal the bourbon back out of the staves that was absorbed, and then they bottle it. Cool. It's a fun fact.
fun.
I drew Justin, by the way. I mean, you guys can show it after
Damn.
when the podcast
put
is
it right
done. You
here?
can show
Yeah.
it with some music.
Yeah.
See it on that screen, but I mean,
That's probably the best.
that's
Just hold it up.
like,
That's
Just
great.
at the end of the episode, play some music with
No,
it.
we can put it up here.
Yep. It's like looking in a mirror.
You should get that printed.
We have another photo of Justin that was aged quite a bit.
Yeah,
We might bring that one up.
where you look like the guy from Up.
Hey, you know what? If I get to live that long and enjoy my life that long, and
Help out a fellow Boy Scout.
I was never a Boy Scout.
Oh, help out a Boy Scout.
It gets a little weird when you start helping little boys that are not yours.
Well, I was saying to Up.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if you look at the history behind it, you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. A little creepy. You kidnapped a kid on your house.
He didn't know he was on the front porch.
Yeah. It's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. So, I've been thinking about the dime of the week.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
On the dime of the week?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with us when we're playing COD because we'll kill you.
That is a dime of the week, and that leads into probably the video that we're going to add in. 2 dubs today.
Back-to-back dubs. Note this is just Justin and myself that were out there slaying. Derrick was like, oh, I got him. Rub hemorrhoid cream on myself or something.
I got to tell you this story about DJ in high school with the bottle of Nair. It's funny, man. I got to tell you about this.
Tell him.
Can I tell? All right. So I don't know if you know this about DJ,
it's
but if
not
you look at
true,
this,
by the way.
if you look at this big old beard he has on his face, all that heat he's packing, that ain't the only place he's probably packing heat. So he had a hairy ass growing up, right?
Still is.
I remember I walked into him at his apartment one day, bent over his bathtub rubbing Nair, the hair removal on his ass crack. He didn't have the door locked.
So this
That's the dime of the week.
Man.
Always lock your door when waxing your
ass.
ass.
Oh, my bad.
So Derrick told this. We were at a party in high school. There was girls everywhere, and in high school, boys like girls, right? So he tells the story. I'm like, what the?
Back in the day, you can't genderfy people anymore.
No, they were all girls because back then you could genderfy them.
Okay.
And so this party is like a raging fucking party, and he comes out with this story out of nowhere
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen in front of everybody,
Yeah.
and tells the story, and I'm like, it didn't really happen, guys.
Yeah, so this didn't really happen, but the telling it at a party is true. And the thing that's kind of messed up about it is because I love DJ, and the cool thing about DJ is he's always been more of like a homebody and casual, chill, laid back guy.
Yeah.
So he didn't even want to go to the party. He wanted to spend time with me. So he was just hanging out with me,
Friends.
chilling, minding his own damn business.
Just drinking
Yeah, and we're just
seltzer waters.
yeah, we're just standing by each other, right? I remember this. And there was like a moment of silence, and we're just chilling, hanging out. And out of nowhere, I'm like, in my mind, remember, I think of sequences and things that'll be funny.
I created this movie
So
in
I'm
my
like,
head.
oh, this shit will be funny to say. So I'm like, hey guys, check this out. And I tell this story, and DJ was listening to the story, and then all of a sudden I drop, and then I walk into his bathroom, and he's wiping his ass with Nair bent over the bathtub, and everybody's like, oh, and DJ's like, fuck you, I didn't do that. And I was like, yeah, you did.
I laughed. Is that the same night you got a fight at Greg's house with that one dude?
No, because
that was
okay,
a
one thing
different
DJ
Sorry,
didn't tell you
Greg.
is I've told this at multiple parties.
He tells it all the time.
My cousin Greg, we got in a fight at sorry Greg, and sorry Greg Senior as well too, and sorry to Crazy Timmy out there too.
Oh yeah,
So,
Crazy Timmy. That's who he fought.
long story short, anyways, yeah, that's just that story, and I just thought about it and told it, and
You made the story.
it was a hit. Oh yeah, and those to all those people out there that might be listening to this that throughout the years have thought that the story was true. It's not.
I don't know. It sounds very real to me.
It wasn't Nair. I told him it was Nair, but it was mayonnaise.
It was mayonnaise. I was experimenting back then, right? So, the only thing I had was mayonnaise. That's not true.
But here's the weird thing: is it still removed all the hair off of
all
his
the hair's
ass
still gone.
Yeah.
It grew back. You'll see
tenfold.
it in the calendar.
It looks
On
like
the
he's wearing
bearskin
underwear,
rug.
but it's not.
Ooh, we should shave it into a bikini.
Oh man,
That is glorious.
it'll probably grow back in like 5 minutes.
I don't have the top and the bottoms.
Hey,
I like it.
I'm in.
Daddy likes.
On the rocks. Good. Great. Amazing. You said it's the same.
I felt like it was the same.
And if we're rating this, neat, what are you thinking? 1 to 5?
Neat. I'd give it a 3 point. I liked it. It was 3.5 for me.
Yeah, I'll go 3.5 on the neat. And the rocks?
Stays the same for me. It's
gonna go across the board?
Yep.
I got a lot more flavor. I'm going to go 3.8.
Okay.
All of a sudden we're doing the angel cake or the whipped cream. Yeah, I can taste that when we're cooling it down. Nice. 3.8.
Yeah, I think 3.5 for me. I didn't notice
Doesn't work that way.
a big difference in flavors cooling it down. But I liked it either way. It was a good one.
All right.
for sure.
How was the Zoa?
I liked it. There's some. I have a bad habit of drinking these energy drinks, especially when I go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have one, but
Or 10?
most of them will have more of a bold flavor.
Yeah.
I guess if somebody doesn't really like that and they just want something, this would be good for summer.
Yeah.
It is.
Maybe on some ice just outside. I like it. It's good.
It's good caffeine, low calories, no sugar, so you're not getting all the other stuff that goes into them. But yeah, I mean, the flavor's good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
As long as you taste it.
Yeah. Once you get down to the bottom barrel. So
And it gives you wings and makes you fly, right?
It gives you wings. It makes you fly.
well, Red Bull gives you wings, but moonshine gives you 4-wheel drive. 'Cause you start crawling around.
Or, if it's done incorrectly, you go blind.
There's another way you could go blind.
It's a myth.
That's true. Playing with yourself, Derek. If you play with yourself too much, you'll go blind.
Even if you get LASIK?
No,
That's how you get your vision back.
that's how you get your vision back.
Also, you have to get LASIK after you do it all?
Like in your 30s to 40s, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, what are we thinking? Everyday drinker?
It depends on the price point.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it costs. If it's in the $40 to $50 range,
Yeah.
maybe an everyday drinker.
Okay.
If it's higher than that, I think there's some whiskeys you could get that are better tasting for cheaper.
That's a better profile.
Yeah. I do like it though.
And I will throw this out there. I said 3.5 and 3.8. They get a pass. They just get a win because it is a Texas brand, and everyone down in Texas is going through some stuff right now. And we support Texas. So, yeah.
We do.
You just get a no-score win because all you do is win down in the old Tejas.
And unfortunately, Colorado is kind of a bitch.
Well, it's not supporting...
Not the Colorado people.
No.
People in charge of Colorado.
It's unfortunate right now where we're getting a lot of separation from... And I also said that in politics in general. Instead of saying, I am left-wing or I'm right-wing, we've gotten so far away from like one mission of a nation.
Yeah.
It is absolutely disgusting to think
Everybody wants to be correct, Yeah. It's like, hey, they got some good points. They got some good points. Let's figure this shit out.
Let's work towards a mission, right? We're working towards going to the moon. We're working towards ending terrorism because we were attacked. We're working towards a railroad system. We're working towards, advancing humanity.
Wiping out the Indians.
That's sad. That is sad. That happened. Oh. That's horrible.
Are they still around?
Just me and you.
Yeah.
2 for 2. See, we invite everyone on the show. Equal opportunity on DadDimes.
Lakota Sioux, baby.
Hey, there you go. And you're from?
Well, I'm Lakota Sioux. Ogallala Lakota.
There it is.
What I am.
Ogallala Lakota.
Lakota is the Sioux Nation, and then the Ogallala is kind of like the branch off of there.
Got it. Like a subdivision.
Yeah, subdivision.
Shout out to our newest listeners in the Philippines.
Oh yeah.
Want to appreciate.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, the Philippines. What I know about them is Manny Pacquiao is great, and they also love karaoke. So anytime the Philippines want to do karaoke with us, come on board. I'll sing with you all night long.
And they love DadDimes.
Yeah.
And they love DadDimes.
Maybe you could do like a live stream where they can tune in your channel.
We
Sing
would.
a song?
It's expensive.
Really?
I mean, to have that kind of streaming power. No, it's not at all. We'd be more than happy to
But if you want to make donations to make that happen, go ahead.
Yeah, do it on Spotify.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wind this down. I want to say you need to go check out the local icon of photography, Derrick. Does some
According
amazing
to
things.
a really known blog out there.
Yeah, we're gonna hashtag them. We're not gonna air it right here, but we're gonna put this out there. I mean, I read the bio and I was like,
damn,
icon, local icon of photography. I was like,
Think Forbes.
think bigger.
Yeah.
I was unaware of this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
We do the research you don't, D.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
God bless Texas. God bless America.
Yeah, I hope everything evens out, and don't want to lose them as a state. I know they'd be a great country, but I don't want them to be a separate country because then I would have to have a passport.
Yeah.
And I love Texas.
True.
No, don't lose the state. Final thoughts?
Stay blessed out there. Think positive, and I wish nothing but the best for everybody.
Nice. Always drink responsibly, and thank you so much for listening to another DadDimes. Until next time.
We love you.
We love you.
Shout out to Nair.
God bless Texas in his own hand.